What is a seeker? In essence, seeker is restlessness. It is restlessness, a very deep uneasiness. And you can test it also. Just sit on a chair for some time and just sit. Don't do anything. And just check. Are you really totally relaxed without doing anything? Because if you are relaxed, you will not be doing anything. Doing and relaxed don't combine each other. They don't happen together. No? And you will realize so many inner thinking, other things are happening. You are continuously busy. So this restlessness, which I will say seeker. Why? What is this restlessness? It is also a little bit like a feeling like not being at home, away from home, anything like this. It is very primal, very deep, and it has nothing to do with any of the reasons that we know that I am restless because of this. No, it is not true. There is some other reason. In fact, all the problems, all the regions, all the thoughts, everything that happens because of this restlessness, which is in the core of our existence, in this body mind system. I mean, to the seeker, it would be impossible to believe that you are not confined to body only. You are much more than body, and you are so all the time, 24 hours. Every minute, every second, you are more than the body all the time. So it's not something that you have to develop using some methods or something, some techniques, using some principle, some spiritual practices or anything. It is already like this, that you are much more than this physical body already. But do you remember any experience when you have seen yourself more than this body? It would be either very few or would not be at all. But it means you are like a giant elephant living like a rabbit, a small rabbit. And not only this, you have to deal with the problems of a rabbit, which are not your nature. So you don't there is no natural response that comes out from you for the problems that you face. You have to always think how to solve these problems, because this is not in your nature. Being an elephant, You know how to deal with the problems of an elephant, but you don't know how to deal with the problems of a rabbit. You are always fearful, you are always afraid from everything. Although you are very big, but you are living like you are very small. And the funny thing is, the moment you say, I am a rabbit, everybody starts accepting you like that also. Because if you say I am bigger than you, there is a problem. So others will defend, fight, and try to put you down. But if you say I am smaller than you, nobody has any problem. They will say, okay, very good friend, you are a good friend of mine. So the humbleness, all these kind of qualities are very appreciated by the egos of the mind, which want to satisfy themselves only. Just one day, don't be humble, and you will lose all your friends in one shot. In one shot, all. And those who were saying, we are having such a good time and for so long we are good friends, suddenly they will forget everything, and they appreciate your different qualities also. They will suddenly forget that you have these qualities still. Just few words out of aggression or something. So the requirement is that you stop first of all dealing with the problems of the rabbit. First of all, immediately stop dealing with the problems of the rabbit. Meaning, stop dealing with the problems of the body. There are some natural needs of the body that you satisfy, and there is a story which is running since up to this point. You also allow it to continue. I call it, you put this on autopilot. Meaning, you just allow it to flow as it flows, making all the mistakes same way, doing everything mechanically, in unawareness, unconsciously. It is all right. You don't worry about it right now. So now we have put this story, existence, and every problems of the rabbit on autopilot. Let it continue the way it has been continuing so far. And the moment you do it, there is a lot of energy which is conserved. You have a lot of energy to be utilized. You can use in other things. Now the other thing is exploring yourself. Trying to find out, trying to check, not find out. Find out looks like you have to go somewhere. Trying to just check your inner climate, and it is very, very, very easy. So don't listen to anybody who says it is difficult. It is most easy because it is your own layer, it is your own self. How it can be difficult? It is difficult because the rabbit is trying to find the elephant. But for elephant it is very natural to feel, and just move your body, your inner body, and immediately you will start having the feeling that, oh, I am so big already, just this much is enough for you to realize yourself. So just move your inner bodies, it's like, and naturally you will feel like, oh, this is a very small part of myself. It is just like outermost part of myself, and then like much bigger. But if a rabbit will go searching for the true nature, it will never look for at the elephant, which is always present. It will always be looking for, like as we say, you are vast. So it will be looking for some vast rabbit. It will never look for a elephant which is all the time present. That's where the mismatch of perception happens between the seeker and the one who is talking. Don't use any definitions that you have been using so far. All these definitions are definitions of the rabbit, which does not exist. So don't use any definitions. Don't use any learned knowledge that you have acquired so far. When you are exploring yourself, go totally alone, empty, unprepared. Any preparedness will come from that rabbit. So just go unprepared, empty. You don't need any tools here. You don't need any method here. You don't need any knowledge. All the knowledge comes from here. No knowledge goes here. Or no knowledge can go here, in fact. Whenever you have knowledge, your hands are chained with those strings of knowledge. So you are not able to move in. And it is not that your hands are bound with the chains. You are holding the chains. So just let go of the chains. Nobody is holding you. You are holding the chains. Nobody is holding you, you know. The imprisonment is not somebody has imprisoned you. It is like you have imprisoned yourself, locked the gate and put the key in your own pocket. And now pretending that, oh, what to do, how to find the key, how to find the key. And then you are having an imaginary prisoner, you are fighting with that, and you are saying bad things to that. And you are having this self-pity, that, oh, how bad situation I am in, how much torture I have been bearing all these lives. When, oh Lord, when you will help? Your key is in your own pocket. Take it out, unlock, get out. The key is just leave everything that belongs to this rabbit outside when you go in the exploration of your own self. Because anything you take, it will keep giving you this impression, keep reminding you that you are a rabbit, and then there will be a conflict. When you are going yourself, there is no conflict. This is the most natural thing that is there for you. It's like most natural. You have the knowledge, the tools, the power to explore. You know what is to explore also. Inside you already know what is to explore, and you already know how to verify that this is true. You know everything already. You don't need a single hint from anybody from outside that yes, this is what is true, what is your true nature. You immediately feel at home. You immediately feel natural, more powerful, more relaxed. Immediately you feel when you touch your own dimension on deeper layers. All these problems which have been reported by the seekers, they are from the mental process of seeking, which is like rabbit seeking for elephant and reporting strange things out of it. But they are all invalid anyway. And that's why every seeker, without exception, is trying to create the self. It is not trying to explore the self. Create the self or find the self. First of all, they create through the meditation techniques. And when they fail, then let's say, okay, let us find then. Must be somewhere outside of myself, because I am so small, cannot be inside myself. It is all because of the rabbit tendency of the seeker. Impossible to trust, to believe that you are like this. So this seeker tendency, this rabbit tendency of the seeker will not help. This is for sure. You just go alone, totally alone. Just be vigilant that when you are relaxing in yourself, And when I say go, I don't mean you can go like a arrow going inwardly. You cannot go like that. It is more like a turtle who had spread its arms outside of the shell, and now it is bringing them back, into the cell. It is more like that, withdrawing your natural powers back to yourself. It is more like this. It is not that you are going in. Who will go in what? You don't have two selves. There is only one self. Of course, a rabbit can have this illusion of going into the self and all, but it is an illusion, mental experience. You will not go in yourself. You will go a little bit backward into yourself, from where you have come out. Then you will go step by step backward, one step at a time, backward movement. And because there is no seeker tendencies here right now, there is no checklist that how much I must take. There is no take here now. There is no get here now, because you are not visiting some beautiful place, some shopping mall where you have got a unlimited free shopping pass, so you can get anything you want. So you are just filling your shopping cart. No, it is not like this. You are coming back home. So there are no criterias how much to get. There are no rules what to do, what not to do. There are no best ways to visit your home. You know, and your home also knows how to welcome you. It is all one thing. There is no how, there is no what to do, what not to do, what is the best way, what is not the best way. It is very naturally like this. And it is the most simple thing that you would experience as far as doing is concerned. Most natural. I would say this natural. When we say natural, it means it's effortless. Anything which is not natural needs effort, because you are trying to amend, trying to modify the natural flow of something. But if you leave it on natural, then it's effortlessly. This natural, this nature effortlessly flows. So there is no effort. The only effort that you had to put so far was to just let go of the belongings of the rabbit, of the seeker. So you are saying that thank you, I don't need any of the things from you. I just need the feeling, the desire to know. Only this much you need. From the seeker, you need only this. I just want to know myself. Only you carry this much, and that too a feeling, not a desire which has attachments in the form of thoughts and planning and processes and experiences, spiritual and otherwise. Nothing. Just a pure form of desire. Just a feeling. Feeling to go back home. So it is natural, and that's why it is effortless. So whenever you feel there is some effort, either clearly see either you are still fighting with the seeking tendencies, which are saying that I must do something, I must do something, I must change something. Either you are fighting with these tendencies, or you are following them and trying to change, trying to modify. Then only you need efforts. When you are clearly when you have understood that you don't need the seeking powers, tendencies, and other qualities of the seekers, other treasures and achievements of the seeker, then you don't need efforts. Because you need effort to run, you don't need effort to relax. When you come back in your armchair, in your resting chair, what you do? You just sit and let go. You just sit and let go. Rest happens. You cannot do it. It is happening without you doing anything. And don't try to maintain the purity of yourself. It's okay if everything is mixed up like a soup or something. It's okay. In time, all will be pure. You just enjoy being yourself. You just enjoy resting in yourself. The more you rest in yourself, the more you are aware of yourself. This is naturally so. You already have this power of knowing yourself, which naturally functions when you rest in yourself. There is no language which can define this. There are no words which have ever been able to express this. This is the most simple, natural thing for you and most difficult for the mind to understand or to express. You need all the efforts to understand it, to define it, to express it. But you need no efforts to be it, because you are already it. You just need to relax. And the self-knowledge will naturally happen. Here, there are no boundaries. It is totally without any boundaries. No definitions, no boundaries. In essence, in nature it is most simple. But this is the most extraordinary thing that you may ever experience, that you may ever see. All the extraordinariness comes out of this ordinariness. And it does not have any limits to the depths it has. It is infinite, infinitely deep, and it is yourself, your home. Once you start exploring this, you are on a infinite joy ride. The celebration only begins, it never ends. This is not going to run away anywhere. You will find it tomorrow also here. Because this is not something that moves. This is not something that changes. It is the only thing which is stable, which is continuous, constant. And on this, everything else is changing. Whether we know or not, body is changing continuously. Mind, anyway we know, is changing continuously. This is like a infinite sky full of wonders of the universe, and you have never looked. What we call experiences of energy look like burden in front of this beauty, silent beauty. Silence is the language of this word. That's how you explore. You know everything, but you cannot say. You enjoy everything. It fills your heart with joy and love and light, but still you cannot say anything. Any words that have been said about it are words which are trying to say, carry some information about it. They cannot contain it. The words cannot be it. They are like arrows, like pointing arrows, telling you that in this direction you will find this. It does not know any language, but it can speak in any language without knowing it. It can talk to anybody without knowing it, knowing the person. It has capacity to connect, to directly relate, and then the required actions and words, they come, they flow. And everything happens without disturbing your silence, without you leaving yourself.